Shiv, Devunkedev Mahadev. Shiv plays many roles. He is the first storyteller who told stories to his wife, consort Parvati, which resulted in gaining knowledge through Shruti or tradition of hearing, passed down to rishis, and further written down as Vedas. He is the ultimate physician as Vaidyanath, he is the ultimate guru as Dakshinamurti, ultimate dance as Chitambram. He's also the ultimate husband as his interaction with his consort Parvati gave rise to the Kama Shastra, and he's the ultimate destroyer or Mahakal. So, invoking Shiv within us we can invoke the Shiv within us by playing all our roles consciously to utmost sincerity and not getting affected by the negativity around us. So, our body is made up of 5 elements. It's made up of earth, water, fire, ether, that's sky, and air. There are 5 Shiv temples which are relating or representing these 5 elements, and visiting these temples helps us get rid of our debt to these 5 elements, since they coexist in our body and form our body. So today I will be telling you an intriguing story about the fire ling, the Shiv as the fire ling, or the first ling that ever appeared. So, this is a story from the Puranas where Brahma and Vishnu were fighting for supremacy, and suddenly a fire ling, massive fire ling, appeared in the sky. So, it stretched up into the sky, into the universe, and stretched down into Patal, or the ground below earth. There was a voice that spoke from within and asked Brahma and Vishnu to find the end, and then it would be decided who was supreme. So Brahma flew upwards towards the sky, and Vishnu flew downwards towards earth to find the end. Brahma, on his way up, saw a Ketaki flower tumbling down. Ketaki flower said, "Where are you going?" And he told that he is trying to find the end. So the Ketaki flower said he could not find the end, and that he should simply go and lie to Shiva and he'll help him, so he can say that he found the Ketaki on the top of his head. Now, this lying somewhere is also lying to Shiva can be connected to lying to our own self, or the Shiva within us, who is, all knowledgeable and knows everything. And by lying to him, we are not gaining anything. We are fooling ourselves. So Brahma and Vishnu shared their experiences with Shiva, and Vishnu accepted his defeat, whereas Brahma said that he found Ketaki flower on the top of his head. Shivji was angered by the lie, and he cursed Brahma never to be worshipped again, and he cursed the Ketaki flower that the Ketaki flower would be forbidden to be offered to Shiva. He granted a boon, and he blessed Vishnu for his truthfulness. There is a beautiful this fire ling appeared in a place called Tiruvannamalai near in Tamil Nadu, where you can drive down from Bangalore or Chennai, or you could Google the best way to reach there depending on where you live. And at the foothills of Arunachal Hills, there is this beautiful temple called Arunachaleshwar or Tiruvannamalai. And you can even do Shiv's and his consort Parvati's Abhishek here. I went there a few years back, and my experience was amazing. As a Shiv Bhakt, I can tell you that I just loved the temple and doing the Abhishek there. The priests were very helpful. And the festival that's most connected to this temple is the Deep Festival, which happens around November, December. You could even try and go at that time, but it's very crowded. Today, I'll be chanting Shiv Panchakshar, which is connected to Om Namah Shivaya and was written by Adi Shankaracharya, who was a Shiv Bhakt. This chant also speaks about these 5 elements. So each alphabet represents an element in our body. The Na represents Prithvi, Ma represents Jal or water, Shi represents Agni or fire, and Va represents Vayu, and Ya represents Akash or ether. So it's a small and easy doable chant. I'll just sing this for you. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. नागेन्द्रहाराय तिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय मंदाकिनी सलिल चंदन चर्चिताय नंदीश्वर प्रमथनाथ महेश्वराय मंदार मुख्य बहुपुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्जवृन्दे सूर्याय दक्षाध्वरनाशिकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषभध्वजाय तस्मै शिखराय नमः शिवाय वसिष्ठकुम्भोद्भवगौतमार्य मुनीन्द्रदेवाच्युतशेखराय चन्द्रार्कवैष्णवरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय यज्ञस्वरूपाय जटाधराय पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय पंचाक्षरमिदं पुण्यं य पठेत् शिव सन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते. So you can chant this every day or on special days or Mondays or Shivratri as you please. And the next episode will be about the water element and Shiv temple related to that. It will be very interesting, so try not to miss it. Please press subscribe if you haven't. Please like if you like the video. Please also press the bell icon if you want to be reminded of the next video. Thank you for your support, and please also give suggestions or requests, if any, to for any particular chant or story. I'll be most happy to step in and narrate it. Thank you.